So, this is totally a common question. How do I know what I'm passionate about? Or how do I find my passion and actually make money doing it? Right? So, you're definitely not alone. Completely a reasonable question, and one that I definitely have an answer for. So, I'm Dejan from sideofchange.com. It's a place where we present tools and resources for entrepreneurs and people that are excited about sharing their passion with the world. So, we help people pretty much get from point A to point B, connect all the dots, and see success while living out their passion, and doing it in a way that's actually fun and easy to do, easy to pick up on. All right, so that's us. So getting to you. All right, how do you find your passion? Right? Does it feel like everybody in the world has some kind of cause or some type of passion that they're out living, and you just want to find what that is for you so that you can do all these great things and feel like you're living life on purpose? If you're shaking your head, then keep listening, okay? So I'm going to give you a few things just to consider as you are trying to figure out what your passion is, okay? Now, you can find a multitude of different tests and career assessments and all these things that kind of point you in the right direction and kind of say, oh, you might be interested in this over that, or you might be interested in design or service or something like that, right? So I'm not going to discount those assessment tests because they're there for a reason. They were created by experts that have spent a lifetime studying these things, right? But I'm just going to give you a few that might just be a little bit of common sense and really be something that you can pick up on and start kind of thinking about today. All right. So, number one, you might have heard this one before, but how about thinking about, things that made you happy at times when you were your best self? So times that you felt the happiest, you felt that you were really, in your moment, right? You were aligned with exactly where you're supposed to be, right time, right moment. What period was that for you in your life? So maybe think about that time and think about things that really made you happy. Okay, so it sounds, maybe a little bit surface or superficial at first thought, but that's going to be different for everybody. So if you think about those times, and you really can identify certain things that you really found joy in, things that made you happy, that might be something that you're actually passionate about, and it might be something that you actually can speak on in great detail. So, adding on to that just a little bit, you might identify a time in your life where you actually went through some struggles, a time in your life that you actually had to overcome. And I say that because there's definitely strength in overcoming, okay? So, you might have, unbeknownst to yourself, you might have actually become an expert in a certain area as you learned how to deal with or learned how to overcome a certain situation. All right. So if you can pinpoint those areas in your life, again, you might have found an area that you can really speak to, and you might find something that really sparks a passion inside you, and gives you your voice and platform to go ahead and communicate to other people that are maybe dealing with the same things that you were dealing with at both that happy time as well as maybe that time of struggle. So, hopefully that helps you a little bit in that area. Next, let's move on to things that maybe are a little bit more obvious, right? What abilities and natural skills and talents do you bring to the table? What things come natural to you? Do you have a natural talent? Is it like some type of performance? Are you a singer? Are you, do you have design ability or drawing ability? What is it that you naturally do better than anybody else and that you have a natural talent in? That could indicate your passion. That could, again, give you that voice and give you that platform for something to talk about, right? Because you can either teach other people how to do the same thing. You can, give tips, tricks, recipes for achieving the same types of success that you've experienced through your natural abilities and through your talents and skills, right? So that kind of leads me into my next segue, which is how do you find your passion and monetize it? So, if you're thinking to yourself, okay, great, I've identified points of struggle in my life. I've identified points where I was extremely happy, and I've identified the moments that, created joy in my life. And yes, I'm passionate about it and it was awesome. Or yes, I'm proud of myself for overcoming it and I learned a lot along the way, but how do I make money? How do I make money with this, right? So here's the simple answer. The simple answer is if you've found yourself to be an expert in any area, and again, if you've been through it and you can talk on it pretty clearly and from your own perspective, who's going to dispute you on the expertise of your knowledge base, right? So you're an expert. How do you monetize that? You talk to people who want to get answers from everything that you have to provide, right? So there's people that are looking for how to overcome abuse, how to overcome self-doubt, how to be successful in college when you're going back later in life, right? So there's things that people are actually looking for that you can speak on. So why don't you offer that expertise through an ebook, all right? Why don't you offer that expertise and training through webinars, right? Live presentations, seminars. Start talking about the things that you definitely know about, and that passion is going to quickly turn into profit for you because it's something that you like doing. It's something that people obviously want to hear more about and seek their own answers for. And there's a simple way of monetizing that knowledge base that you have in a pretty simple way. And it's pretty much all about just setting up a way for people to find out about you, leading them to a page where they can inquire more information, where they can set up a private session with you, whether that's online or whether that's on Skype, whether that's through a phone call, or how they can opt in or sign up for one of your pieces of material. So whether that's a free ebook to give just some basic information, or whether that's through a full-fledged training program or a book that somebody's actually going to pay for. I don't know. Those are all parameters that you're going to set out. But if you want to dive more into that area, if this was helpful for you, I want you to do two things, okay? I want you to, one, leave a thumbs up on the video if that actually was helpful for you if you're seeking, to figure out what your passion is and also how to make money with your passion. Give us a thumbs up. Also, follow the link at the bottom of the page. That's going to lead you right to our blog. And, let us know that you're interested in talking more about how to actually set up a plan of action. How to set up a place where you can actually capture people who are interested in hearing about whatever it is that you have to offer. We'll talk you through that whole process. It's probably a lot easier than you think. So good luck on that. I think that this process will be enlightening, and I pray that it's going to lead you to a place where you can really live in passion and identify what it is that you're called here to do. So good luck, and let us know what you discover.